Sooners ready to kick it away first. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Louisville Cardinals offense has the ball first today. And here's the big fella, senior tight end. They'll try to feed him today. And we've got a couple of guys, one on each side in this game, who will do everything you could ask of a tight end.
Well, these were two offenses a year ago that were able to make plays in the passing game on the perimeter, but they're missing that element attacking the middle of the field. They needed the big fella, so they both go out to the portal, David, and they bring in two studs at the tight end position that completely change their offense. And we're looking at...
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And the ball goes out of bounds, and it'll be a big loss on the play. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Hand off, Isaac Brown. Bounced off his feet.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
And this is not the way they envisioned the opening drive going, with the 3rd and long coming up. It's caught downfield. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Brown running left. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
Run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quick release on the RPO. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there. And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D-linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just freeze the second level of that defense just for a second and allow the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. They put on the heat and they blocked it.
And how about the push from the right side to be able to get a little bit of penetration, move those guys back, and then just flying in there, laying out, getting your hands on the football, tipping the football, and getting the block.
So the Oklahoma Sooners offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. A matchup that we're going to lock in on the left side of the line and whether they can keep this edge rusher at bay. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. With the catch, it's Sategna. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Running inside, it's Robinson.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Complete. Sweet cut there. Makes the grab and room to run. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Oklahoma! The Sooner Schooner doesn't have a tight turning radius, but it can rev up the Oklahoma crowd, David.
Man, get them started, get them going early, test the limits, get in the end zone, get these people going bananas just safely. You know, go bananas, go crazy, but, you know, don't do too much and don't, don't fall over in your seats.
The Cardinals offense headed out to go to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Now the play fake. Makes the catch. It's Brown. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's a really good job by the quarterback, man. You run the play action, you want to take a shot. Nice job taking the check down. Running back does the rest and chews up some yardage.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. This time on target.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
He'll try to get to the marker himself. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. And the Cardinals will bring the punt team onto the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And they won't be able to down it. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. The Sooner offense returns to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Off the play fake on first down. And that one's incomplete.
Well, this guy shot out of the cannon. 2 catches on the opening drive, and finally going back to him again. This time, they don't hook up, but he's a guy that needs to touch the football often, and I think this offense has to keep trying to find ways to get him involved.
Caught over the middle. It's Harris. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Last completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Now on the option. He'll do it himself. Now the pitch. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
This offense is just like Novocaine. Like, just give it time. It just keeps working. It's a slow death, right? Like, they continue to just chip away. Nice first down play. Nice read. Get it to the pitch man. Sets up a great second down opportunity.
Back to throw. It's Mateer. Quarterback extends the play. He'll pull it down and run. Still running at the 40. There he goes. And after the huge scramble, he slides and gets down. Terrific run to get out of trouble. First quarter in the books. Let's see how these two wide receivers are stacking up so far. First play of the period, first down here. They'll run play action. Unloads to the wideout. And his throw is incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Uncorks one. And they're not on the same page there.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz. Because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. He'll line it up from the right side. A 37-yarder coming up. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Louisville's offense is taking the field and they look ready to go. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Here's Brown to begin the drive. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. And this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this offense going if they're going to win this game.
Tight end now in motion. The play action fake. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it, come away with the sack.
The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on third down. The screen, he's got wheels. He works his way to the 21-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down. The Cardinals decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first.
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Hand off for Brown. Shakes off the defender. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And finally, we see a little bit of that, which we talked about coming into this football game. Like, we highlighted him. He's a really good football player. They're going to feature him. He's going to make big plays. Today, the defense has absolutely shut him down. That was actually his longest carry of the day. They're going to need more of that from this offense.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Brown. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Trying play action. Right down the middle. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
They'll give it to Robinson. They needed that extra space as he bangs his way to the 14. Whistle blows to stop the clock as they check on an injured Cardinal on the play. 3rd and short, they've got them backed up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. They'll try to power their way ahead. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Might be looking to run. He's got him. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. After the miscue, 1st and 15 for this offense. Motion from the wideout. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Robinson. Big-time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Look, as an offense, you're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that 3rd down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not by much.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. To the air, it's Mateer. Under fire. He's going to run it. He gave it a big effort, but he stopped at the 22. Not quite enough to move the sticks. It'll be 4th down. And the Sooners will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll send the back in motion. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Got it in the middle. It's forward. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. It's complete to the right. Third down conversions are... and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Line getting set on 2nd down. Back to pass. Lets it fly. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7.
Well, this tight end's really good at finding soft spots and zones. It's not just working over the middle of the field either, but also on the perimeter of the field. And that time, as soon as he releases off the ball, he knows there's no one following me, running with me. This must be zone coverage. Where can I post up and make this easy for my quarterback? He finds that spot. It's a nice gain by the offense.
First and goal, and this feels like their chance to give them a finish. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Louisville! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half. Close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
Bringing it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Makes the grab. It's Harris. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Handoff, Robinson running left. Finding some room. He'll be forced out of bounds after the nice gain on the run. The Sooners in the hurry-up. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And he's not going anywhere as this defense has no plans to give up a big play before the half.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending...
Snags it, and there's running room. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. On third down, here's Robinson. He's going to lose a yard on that one. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. The Sooners send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. No return coming here as he signals for the fair catch and makes it right around the 30-yard line. Just enough time to get off one final play in the half. Looking to throw on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, thanks. Welcome into the Week 11 version of the EA Sports College Football Update Show as we inch closer to bowl season. We get things going here with a look at Charlotte taking on the number 20 team, the Boston College Eagles.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. We check in with Holly Rowe.
Guys, I caught up with the Sooners head coach coming out of the locker room. He talked to his team in the locker room about their energy level. He said this game is close, but everything of our season is on the line. He's trying to get them fired up, getting them on the field, ready to go here to start the third. More energy, more enthusiasm. They've got to have it here late in the season to keep their playoff dreams alive.
Appreciate that, Holly. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Boy, could they use a conversion on third and short from their own 24. From the gun, running back gets the give. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. And the Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Give to the back. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. 3rd and short now from their own 48. To the ground to try to pick up the first. He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up 4th down as this defense makes a play. So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. Trying to do it on the ground. And he's not going to be able to wedge his way there. The defense with the stop.
Great job by the defense there. They were not caught off guard in that situation on the field. This offense might decide to go for it on 4th down. They're going to make the play. Their offense now takes over. And if I'm the play caller here, I am taking a shot. In a sudden change situation, let me see if I can throw one deep and make this team pay for not getting that 4th down.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Off the play fake. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Reed. And he'll be brought down.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Fires one high and deep. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. The Sooners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll run it from the gun. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss. Feels like they're just inches away from their own end zone, and it's 3rd and long. He's going to throw it from his own end zone. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. The Sooners will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Not a lot of room to field this one. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. The defense made a play with that interception to set them up. Now to see if they can cash it in. Hard running there. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense running to the football?
They're dealing with a second and long. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And we are dead even after the field goal here in the third.
Way to bounce back, kicker. Obviously, this guy already had a kick block earlier in the game, and he answers by kicking a bomb through the uprights. Well done.
So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
That really wasn't his best throw. I tell you what, you got to choose when you're going to zip it in there and sometimes put some air underneath it. He chose the wrong one, put a little too much air underneath it. Defensive player makes the nice pick.
Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of one. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
Well, he couldn't find any running room at all, and he'll end up taking a loss on the play.
Yeah, great discipline on defense, too, because if you're going to stop the option, you have to play assignment football. Everybody doing their job. There was just nowhere to go there for the QB.
Going deep. And the deflection by the defense brings up fourth down. And the Cardinals will call on their punt team. On his way back from the 20. He gets a block. And there he goes. Touchdown, Oklahoma. They take the lead with the 6. Now that is a play that will get your sidelines into the game with that touchdown.
And you could see once he left everybody in the dust and he was going to the house, the sidelines going nuts. What a big-time play to take the lead. Defense did his job. Now special teams coming through in a big way.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Corralled and stopped, and he just picked and weaved and bobbed his way for 5.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. Slings it downfield. Working the middle. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And a lot of times in football, man, the short memory, we usually talk about the quarterback. But sometimes it's the running back who puts it on the deck. Sometimes it's your playmaker out wide who puts the ball on the deck. But that doesn't mean you abandon him. You come back to him, let him make plays. Nice job making the catch. And I still expect him to be a big part of this football game.
And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. So the final period starts with a second down play. Keeps it on the option. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
Breaks into the open. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
I know it hasn't been the type game statistically this running back was hoping to have up to this point. He's been getting shut down. Finally, he's able to break through for a big one. And sometimes, you know, it just takes one. It takes one run like that to get his confidence back, to get the offensive line's confidence back. Let's see what...
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on first down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a second down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
Big loss on the last play threatens to knock this drive off course. It's 2nd and 16. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21. Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. So the first step of that was fine. They made the pass and catch, but no yards, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, I don't know if they were anticipating pressure on that play. They just want to get it out of the hands of the quarterback quickly, but whatever they were thinking did not work.
And this one is perfect. That'll cut the lead down to 4, 17-13.
And I think I understand the thought process of the offense here. You cut into the lead. Now a touchdown wins it. I might have stayed a little bit more aggressive, but they obviously trust their defense. And they're trying to get the football back to this offense and trying to make plays like the first play.
Looking to pass. It's Mateer. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. The RPO fired complete to the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Maybe a crease. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Snagged in the middle. It's Robinson. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
And there's nothing more demoralizing for a defense than when you're losing, you know they're going to run the football. They're trying to run the clock, and you can't stop them. They've got to be more aggressive, bring more guys to the line of scrimmage. They've got to stop this ground game and get the ball back.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2-, 3-, and 4-yard gains in the 1st and 2nd quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And this drive feels like it's just gone on forever, right? The clock is just ticking away. The defense is aware of that. It's got to be frustrating because you just allowed another first down, fresh set coming up. You've got to do something to stop this bleeding.
The give and tick. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. And the Sooners come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Louisville calls its 2nd timeout. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. They'll run it. It's Robinson. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. The Cardinals will now use their final timeout. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. They'll run with Robinson. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing the 3rd down and goal.
Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess up a drive. And they were lucky that fumble went out of bounds. They'll maintain possession. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. The field goal is no good. Guys, after the miss, still up by 4.
Man, what a missed opportunity for the field goal unit. You got a chance to put this game over the mark where they got to score a touchdown. A field goal is no good. Late in this football game, now the tide has turned a little bit. The defense is...
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th.
And how about the big nose tackle? The guy who's right in the middle of the defense, the hardest spot to get a sack because you got the center in front of you, you got the guards right next to you, not a lot of space. Just uses the power, gets through, and gets the big sack.
Knocked down for the tackle. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have. Man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different looking team than what we saw early in the year.